81st all disappointment. How do you sum that up today?
Well, in both innings we didn't really apply ourselves very well, and we didn't bat long. We only batted 58 overs or so in the first innings and 43 in the second. So very disappointing, and also the manner of how we lost wickets, which was not good. So yeah, I mean it's the first game of the season, and it was a great opportunity for a lot of our players, because some of our internationals are not here and overseas, and unfortunately we didn't do very well with the bat. But there were some positives. Our bowling was good. In the second innings, spinners took 6 of the wickets. So Barker, Holland really bowled tightly and well. Barker in the first innings bowled particularly tightly, and then Holland in the second innings, I think he bowled 16 overs for about 20 runs. So, he did very well, and we'll take positives from that. But unfortunately, our top score was 30, and that's not good enough to, in a first-class game, and losing inside 3 days is also not very good.
Was 245 a gettable target?
On the pitch, always getting the highest total of the match in the last innings, is always going to be difficult. Robinson, bowled particularly well and put us under massive pressure with 20 for 3 just before lunch. That little spell paid really to that. But I think the pitch did a bit, but I don't think the scores were anywhere close to where they should have been, even with a pitch that was, I think a decent cricket pitch. It did a bit, and it offered a lot to the spinners, but there were some really rash shots that cost us, and we are very disappointed.
You mentioned no one getting beyond 30, but there were a lot of people getting double figures and 20s in both innings.
Absolutely. I mean that's exactly the problem, that there were a lot of starts, and a lot of people, a lot of players failed to get a big one, where in the comparison to the two teams, Salt got a score in both innings, and I think that's what set us apart. But I also think that we got ourselves to blame.
Will Liam Dawson and James Lind come in for this weekend, coming back from England duty?
I hope so. Obviously we'd love, we look forward to having them back, and that will strengthen our batting somewhat. But also, I think this season's a great opportunity for some younger players to show what they've got, and hoping that there'll be some very good performances going forward.
Is there any word on Carl Abbott? Will he be able to even come for the T20? Any more on that at the moment?
Well, I think everyone's waiting. I think Sussex themselves have Visa and Francel that they're also waiting on, and I think all the South Africans are in the same boat. My family are there, and things are not very good. So you're not sure whether they can get out the country, or whether there'll be visas, and whether they get here and they have to quarantine, and then Abbott in particular, and probably Visa here, they haven't bowled much. It doesn't look very promising for them for the 4-day competition anyway.
Finally, what are you going to be looking for from your side at Radlett on Saturday in Game 2?
Well, obviously to bat a lot better. I was reasonably happy with the bowling side of things. I think we competed very well with the ball, but obviously we need to bat, and we need partnerships, and we need the big score and all those cliches.